the way I prep and I use my tools, I gotta make sure that everybody needs to know they have to have these tools. You have to have this little comb. This is a very good tool because you can use it to open your eyelashes and of course to comb your brows. You always have to have, every time you're doing a demo or makeup for anybody, you have to have these tools. You must have your scissors, but they're special for eyebrows. That's something you gotta learn. Not every scissor is for eyebrows. You gotta have one that is curved. So this is perfect for that. Now this is a cheat sheet one. It's a scissor, then it comes with a comb. Oh, cool. So the comb, you will just brush it up and cut it, and it just will be perfect. Cool. And for the other eyebrow, what you do, you take it out, and you just switch it.
Where do we get that?
Where do you get that?
Beauty supplies, any Nigel's
Is it called
Nigel's has it?
And of course you have to have tweezers, and tweezer mine is the best. You've got to find a good one because nothing worse than keep pulling it and not getting the hair or pinching your client. That's really bad.
Tweezer man?
Tweezer man.
Tweezer man.
Tweezer man.
I think they even have them in CVS. I've seen beauty supplies too.
Beauty supplies. And that's that. And this is to actually apply your product. I always use an angle brush just to make sure you apply the, what I do first. She did it already, but what I do first, I line my eyebrows with eyeshadows. Okay, I can use garnet, ebony, whichever color you like to have your hair, try to match it. And the lighter you go, the younger you look. The darker you go on your eyebrows, the older you look. Even though you try to look natural, just take into consideration your hair color.
Isn't the general rule of thumb one shade lighter than your hair?
Correct. So the way I start my eyebrows, and I'm just gonna use her model, I put my eyeshadow, let's say garnet, because I use a lot of garnet.
Well, if Anne were your model, garnet would be a...
So what I do, I just line up really carefully where I wanted it, and then I use the back of this to brush it up. So I have a nice clean line on the bottom. When I create my eyebrow, I use this type of pencil, just flat, and it's short bristles and it's flat, and just brush it. With the leftovers, I'm not going to grab any more because it's very concentrated. With the leftover, I just hit it.
Leftover
what?
what?
Oh, the snow. Because I don't want to grab any more. So whatever you're doing and brush it down here, just kind of hit it a little bit right there. Or pearlizer. I actually do like pearlizer the best. That's what I have. When I use our lash sense, what I do is I use always two tones. I use the dark and I use the brown. And I always mix match it because I don't like to see one solid color on your whole eyebrow.
So we did two things. One side, I like I was talking about tricks of the Hollywood tricks with the concealer or a white. Well, if someone has real bushy eyebrows and you just need them to have real groomed eyebrows for the day or whatever, you cover the hair with the white or the concealer. So you're making where you want to put your brow, where you want to put it, regardless of where the hair is. But yeah, if you're going to go to the mall, people are going to be like, "Wow, that's weird." But if you're gonna, be on film or taking photos, it's going to look perfect. Okay, I did a brow in auburn, right? And then I outlined it with snow. I went above it with snow and under it with snow. Okay, to give it depth. Now her brow's coming out and arched and looks really,
very
highlighted.
natural. Right. Very natural.
It accents her structure.
Yes.
Her structure. But then on this side, okay, drop down.
Drop down.
Okay, so on this side I did pearlizer. So do you see the difference? Pearlizer, it has a peachy tint or a highlighted tint, right? but then the white really
Highlights
accents
more.
the white.
Yeah.
So you could walk around and let everybody see.
So
Depends on what look you're looking for.
The matte would be better for women with more wrinkles and bigger pores.
Yeah.
Right.
And the pearlizer is going to be better on smoother
For
skin.
young.
Yes, younger
Or
smoother skin.
if you just want to highlight it, you can actually take the pearlizer and go, do your seed theme.